Okay, we're here. Sit down with Nin'na. Season 2, episode 1. My name is Tyrone to the Eagle, and we are here with Trevor Owlchild. He is going to be giving us information about and discussing addictions, how to overcome addictions with culture, and implementing culture on the reserve, especially with the shelter, where Trevor is the shelter coordinator. But I'll let him give a bio on himself as well as the shelter. And yeah, take it away, Trevor.
Okay, Nitsin Gaksim, Sipi Stokus, the Do Siksika, as well as Calgary, Mochgensis. My name is Trevor Owlchild. I am from Siksika. My last name here is Owlchild. My great grandfather is Sam Owlchild Spencer. So that's a bit about who I am. My family is, my parents are Sam Owlchild, Heather Owlchild. My brothers, I have 5 siblings, 1 sister, as well as a lot of adopted brothers and sisters, throughout the community here as well. I have 2 children. I am married to Crystal Blackhorse. Traditionally, we take care of a bundle in the Eatskanayiks, the Horn Society. I've currently been in the society for 16 years roughly. I've been a part of 3 bundles, as well as I'm a partner to a bundle with my brother and sister, Hutch City Eagle and Pam City Eagle. So I've just a little bit about as well. I was once a leader in the Keetukik Society. Split leadership in there, as well as the kettle dance. I was a part of the big drum. I owned the big drum with a painted design on it. Which transferred that. I am now also a part of a beaver bundle as well. So I'm considered a beaver man. There's a lot of different things that I've accumulated and acquired in the last 16 years. I've been on the reserve. A little bit about how I got into the society part. I first moved down to the reserve and I was introduced to Sundance. I never seen it in my life. I really at the time didn't have any connection to any spirituality or anything. I just kind of just lived life how it was, and so I went down to the Sundance, and pretty much I was blown away. I supported and helped the Moto Geeks at the time. I helped build their lodge with them and support them and help them cut wood and just get them to be on a safe path, for the next 4 days. I've never seen a Okan or a Sun Lodge at the time when I first came here. I was never introduced to this way of life. So when I came here, I basically didn't know what was what. Within the last 16 years now, I've learned so much, and I still have a lot to learn. So basically, I'm an elder in training. Basically, in the Eatskanayiks, I've been blessed to learn all the things that I've led by the late Nin'na, Leo, pretty young man, and Marina, his wife, and their partner, Suats. So I learned a lot off Leo. He was truly a good leader. He was an awesome individual. He was a very powerful speaker when he spoke. He gave you good encouragement every time that he had something to tell you. And with that, I have a lot of friends and a lot of brothers and sisters that I got close to, and learning all these things and going to sweats, and now that my wife and myself take care of a bundle, I am so grateful. I thank my Crystal, my wife, that I would never known. Like, she never introduced me to this life. I would have never known. So, now my children, my boy's 10, my girl's roughly 17 months, between 17 months and 18 months right now. They're my joy in life right now. That's top priority right now is showing them our way of life, and to be their father and to be a role model in the community. You know, I want my son to know that we are always going to be there to help support him in whatever he does, you know, as a parents. And, you know, we just want good for our people and our future, you know. So
Yeah.
that's a bit about me, and yeah.
Oh yeah. So thank you for sharing all that. It's that actually all really helps because it gives the listeners and other people just a lot of who you are. So one thing that I wanted to actually talk about was because I do know that you work at the shelter and you're helping a lot of people there, and you're working towards getting people into culture, especially the people who are have addictions. And you know, I know that's something that's also been discussed on the podcast, but not from your point of view, because I know you have you've actually dealt with a lot of that and seen it firsthand and know what it's like to help somebody through that. And I think the reason why it's good that we got you in here is because I guess you could give people who just don't know, you know, because there's people that don't know that there's a big it's kind of becoming not a problem, but it's people are going through a lot, and
it's growing. Addictions is growing.
And it's very. I find it unfortunate for these individuals, but I'm not judging. I'm just saying I find it very sad. You know, and I'm glad that somebody, you know, like yourself are out there helping, especially your staff. And maybe you could just give a little bit of the people and me and other people listening just on what you do there, like
shed a bit of light.
Shed a bit of light. You know,
So, this past year, we actually changed the shelter name, and it's now known as Nin'na Shelter and Recovery Center.
Yeah.
So basically, we offer 3 programs there. We have short-term mat service. It's like drop-in. People that are addicted, like have addictions, can stay there, as well as people that are needing a place to stay warm. Domestic violence, people escaping, just need a safe place to stay for the night. You know, if you're walking down the highway and, you know, you got nowhere to go and it's minus 30 out, then our door's open. We're open 24 hours. We have a great relationship with the RCMP. You know, it's long way coming from where we were before to now, as well as we have a long-term recovery program in the back where we house 10 individuals that take part in life skills, our Blackfoot Wave cultural teachings, the language. Like we'll have sweats once a month. We'll have. We are planning to actually make it mandatory for the next year to have 4 ceremonies that are community-oriented ceremonies within family services and to the community. As well as a short-term program. We offer showers, a meal, and to wash your clothes. You know, I want to restore dignity in our people. You know, we all deserve that little extra treatment, to be treated good. You know, and that's where the trust starts. That's where the people see that we're giving that. You know, and I want to commend my staff. You know, they're a huge part of the reason why what makes me work so hard to support the community is I want my team to do the same thing I'm doing, and they are. Above and beyond. We are helping our community. You know, that's the biggest thing right now. And as well, we are working on some big things that are coming up. Like I said, I can't really talk about it at the moment. But you know, maybe around May, you guys will hear in the community. As well as we have a lot of different people that we've reached out to within the recovery community. I want to give a big thanks to Jerry Bannister. She actually piloted our program. Huge shout out to her. She really opened up the door to us in this recovery journey. We have had the recovery program open for a year and probably roughly 4 months. Like I said, you know, it's open to community members. You know, that's the thing. That's where we want to help. We want to be there to support someone into going into uh, detox or to treatment or whatever it is that they're searching for.
Yeah.
Our program teaches the language, like I said, the language, the Slavics, the cultural-based learning is off the land. We learn cultural-based learning. That's something that's huge that we really promote there, as well as doing going to sacred places, the places that our people, our ancestors made for us, places that we can make offerings and pray and all that type of stuff, you know. So
yeah, that's really good. I like that you guys are implementing that, because I've always wanted to see something like that on the reserve. Basically, just because it came up in a different topic, it's you guys are actually reaching people, you know. I feel like you guys are reaching the people that don't usually tend to get the help that there's like even though we have like these really helpful programs, right?
Yeah.
And we have these great programs, I still feel like there's some people that aren't getting help.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys are reaching everybody, you know. Yeah.
So our main aim is to not sit behind a desk and help somebody.
Yeah.
Ours is go to the people.
Yeah.
Be there to support them.
Yeah.
Break the barriers of using a phone.
Yeah.
Go to the house, you got to go to the people in order to show them that you care.
Yeah.
If you're going that extra 20 miles and they're going to see that from you, they're going to want to be there to get support by you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to instill in the staff, and they know that as much as I do.
Yeah.
It takes, like I said, it takes a community to help individuals succeed and survive.
Yeah.
As well as being there to support them in their addiction journey to battle and defeat it.
Yeah.
And honestly, within the last year and a half, I've seen our culture work. Our cultural teachings, our traditional knowledge. I know for a fact that our way of life is powerful.
Yeah.
It's strong. Our people are strong.
Yeah.
This time we set up a teepee with one of the guys in the program, and he's like, "Man, this is real boring.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too hot." It was like plus 25 out. It wasn't that hot.
Yeah.
And we just kind of started bugging him. Hey, and I told him, "Well, think about this. How many people in this world are there?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know. About roughly 7 billion people. How many Blackwood people are in the world?" Because I don't know. It's roughly 30,000. So out of that 30,000 to 7 billion people, how many people get to put the teepee up like this? And he said, "No." Kind of had his head down.
Yeah.
Gee. So then I said, "Okay." When we only got doing the pegs, everything was done. We were just about done it, and he pounded the last couple pegs in, and he jumps up off the ground, and he's like hysterically laughing and happy, and he's like, "Man, did we just do this? Look at this teepee. Look how beautiful that is." So just by him saying what he said and showing us that excitement, that energy, we were capturing something in him.
Yeah.
And this is the person that drank for the last 13 years.
Yeah.
And he said, "I've been to 5 treatment centers. Not one place has helped me stay sober." And I'm like, "Well, why is that?" He said, "Because they don't understand me.
Yeah.
They don't know where I come from."
Yeah.
So, with that, we got to really reconnect people back, especially the surrounding areas and other people in Calgary.
Yeah.
Let people know we're coming to help our people.
Oh, yeah.
Battle
definitely.
against addiction. So,
Yeah.
that's what Unique Okon's all about.
Yeah. Oh, I really like that, because you're really helping the people, and it's just not just, you're getting hands-on, and you're kind of approaching them, and you're bringing them in. I really like that, but we got to take a break here. That was the first segment of Sit Down with Nin'na. Come back in a few minutes, 104.7 CFXX. Hopefully I got that right. We're going to continue discussing the topic. We're also going to bring up rise of addictions and different recovery, stuff about recovery and all that. But yeah, come back in a few minutes. Okay. We're going. Okay. So we are back with Sit Down with Nin'na, segment 2. I hope you guys had a nice short 2-minute break. But yeah, now we're back. We're going to be talking about Rise of Addictions with Trevor Owlchild. Gay sipitas otsiksegeni sim sipistokus. But yeah, kind of like I know Rise Addictions is something that is coming more prevalent on the reserve, and just because like I do hear of crazy stories that are happening, and like drinking, drugs and all this other stuff that is happening. Like, what are your thoughts on that, and how do you think we should kind of battle that? Especially with you being at this kind of position to where you could actually help prevent that and treat people that are going through that. Like, what do you think we could do?
Well, it all starts with, from our leadership standpoint, I'm sure leadership knows that it's a very crazy situation that our people are in right now, especially when we got that 1910. It really skyrocketed, really started tearing up families, ending lives, due to addiction of alcohol, drugs, whatever it is that people are dealing with,
Yeah.
And I believe as a whole, it's like, it starts, like I said, council, they know what's going on. Now it's up to the departments, We got to stop. The biggest thing is we got to stop these silos that the reserve is used to.
Yeah.
Every department has to do integration, do some kind of support each other and help each other within the community as a whole, and not one team attacking, saying that they're going to do it to be the do all end all. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, definitely.
And us as a community, we're family. We're all related somehow, some way. So we got to show how strong our people are and how resilient we are when we come back, or when we combine together as a whole.
Yeah.
Our people are stronger in numbers. I always say, the Blackfoot people.
Yeah.
And here in Siksika, we got to show that we're proud of where we come from. We're proud of the culture, that the culture and the way of life that we all are a part of. And we have to be there for each other, support one another, pray for each other, support each other in the community. If somebody's struggling, give them a hand. Find out what it is that and which way you can help support them. It's so huge.
Yeah.
Just to turn around to help somebody out.
Yeah.
Our people don't do that no more. That's what made our people strive. Was the strength was within not just one but a whole.
Yeah.
And look at our Sundance. It's growing.
Yeah.
And the cultural side of what we're doing it's a huge step.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful for the elders that I've utilized in all the years I've been in the Eatskaniaks, other societies as well, like our grandfather, not Dukes, it's just, Herman, he's a big supporter of the Eatskaniaks and the group that Nin'na and stuff put on for us, that shows how much he loves and cares for our people. Not Dukes, it's just,
yeah,
and Spumikapi, all these elders that helped us.
Yeah.
Abe Sukunistas, these our elders are there to help guide us. They are so well knowledged in and versatile in our way. There's ways that we can figure out how to utilize our elders. And I've got so many I've gained so many brothers and sisters in the past 16 years. You know, growing up in the city, I didn't have that chance to get to know who I am as a Blackfoot person. I walked with my head down, ashamed of who I was, because I was racially bashed every day. But something inside, and as soon as I stepped foot onto the reserve and went to the Sundance ground, the Sundance ground there, it lit something inside me. It showed me I had a dream. I didn't join this because I wanted power or to be recognized. I joined because I had a dream that came to me, that, you know, it showed me some stuff in there that I've never seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I had to come here to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel so connected to our way of life. It just it burns a huge fire in my heart that I want to just strive for the best.
Oh yeah,
for Siksika.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I pray for our people, especially hurting us, the ones who are selling the drugs and the guys are bringing this stuff to our youth. You know, there's a lot of stuff that happened out on this reserve that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous and it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
So, as my team over at Inikokan, we're here to help our people.
Yeah, yeah.
Within family services, there are so many different types of programs and support programs, peer support programs, parenting programs. You know, our people should utilize these.
Yeah.
You know, the support center have a lot of different types of programs that we could utilize.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they have a good food box. You can go get a donation of food to help your family.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's so many other types of things out there that our people are needing to take advantage of.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I seen a rise since I started working the shelter back in 2015. It was mainly alcohol, was mainly the thing.
Yeah.
For a good 4 years, we dealt with that. We tried so many different ways. We had no clue how to put a shelter together.
Yeah, yeah.
So as a team collectively over the past, like I said, 7 years, we've collected so much information.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to run a shelter, so we went to Calgary to look for support on how we could do this.
Yeah.
And we searched and found ways to do it. So now we have, like I said, a low mat service, low barrier mat service.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like the Alpha House does.
Yeah.
We do serve a hot meal. Like I said, offer showers, laundry. You know, and now with this recovery program in its first full year, the support that we're giving to our people that are utilizing the program.
Yeah.
I can't tell you who they are, but the thing is the age grouping in there is huge.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's, you know, from, like I said, 18 plus.
Yeah.
You know, I am so proud of the guys that stepped up and are in the program, that they're living life sober.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's number one thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's, like I said, it's hard. You know, we've lost about 15 people in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, due to alcohol,
Yeah.
excessive alcoholism.
Yeah, yeah.
Family members. You know, we're all affected somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like that you're bringing up all this stuff, because, like, I find that some of these problems are kind of like, in a way, so sometimes they're not addressed sometimes, and they're kind of like, in a sense, we don't realize that all this stuff is happening, kind of a thing, and not until we start talking about it, start bringing it up and stuff. Like, I think a date that really affects that is 1966, well, when we were given liquor rights, and when we started. Yeah. I find that was a big significant date to how it affected Siksika and how it is today.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Just because I've talked with my grandpa Gerald, I also want to get him on the podcast too. But just he told me a lot about that date, and also too, I've also heard 1966 from other elders too, on the reserve, and I find that date is very sad because it's like it's almost like, well, I guess generational trauma. It's kind of like this. We didn't know how to handle alcohol, right? And it's actually scientifically proven we can't handle alcohol, right? And so that's the environment that some of the kids back then were raised in, and that was passed down to them, and then that's their environment, and that's where they feel comfortable, and then that's passed down the line. And I find, and then even though it's very unfortunate, I find it unfortunate, and I'm not judging anybody because it's just sometimes that's what the people go through. And I think
it's the normality to some people.
Yeah, they're basically their norm, and I think even just recognizing that too, like I a good example is I myself recognize that I'm colonized. I'm colonized. I'm not sitting here in a buckskin outfit right now with my hair, feather my hair, and
no headdress on.
So I'm sitting here in a Vans. Oh, I don't know if I could say that. No, I'm sitting in here with name brand clothing on, and I'm kind of just chilling here. But it's I really like the stuff you're talking about because it's kind of like the stuff that people have talked about for years, what they want to do and how they want to help Siksika as a whole, and I feel like you're getting there. And then kind of that's the stuff that you're doing is really helping, is what I'm trying to say. And I would like to know more, and like how you do things and how the staff runs things and how just different stuff, because I think we're almost ready to break now, but I think in the next segment I would actually like to delve into more about your personal experience and how like you connected with some of your friends, with some of your friends and some of the relations, and how and how you helped them, because I know it's like it would be cool to hear some more stories about that.
For sure, man.
For
sure. I'll give you some insight and share some stories.
Okay, but come back in about 2 minutes. 104.7 CFXX. That was our second segment. Peace out.
The Nation Station.
And come back. Okay. So we are back from the break. We 104.7 CFXX Siksika Nation Station. We are here, and we are back. But before we left off, we were kind of talking about your relationships with the people that come and go from your shelter, and kind of give us like more of in-depth your personal experience, like in terms of just like getting to know people, like what kind of like things have you done with them, like is it more on I know it's more on a personal level with you rather than a business level. So kind of just tell me a little bit about that.
So, well, okay, well, it goes like this. So, on a personal level, I was never one person to help support somebody that was homeless or potentially looking to to ask for money and all that. I was one of those people to turn them away, say, no, I don't have anything, leave me alone kind of thing. So I never bothered to say anything,
Yeah.
And because I didn't know, right? I didn't understand. I didn't know where they were coming from. So when I moved here to Siksika, within that first year, life was so different.
Oh, yeah.
Like the culture, the cultural part, what I mean is there's so much family orientation, Our families out here are big. My family in the city, we were just all together, like my dad's siblings, and we stuck to our own, and that was our family. That was my grandma Lorna Spencer Owlchild Peltier. That's coming from the city. I was not expecting a lot of the stuff that came to me in the first year.
Oh yeah.
I learned where my family lived on a reserve. I learned about the Sundance. So we learned about so many different things, and the relationships I captured with each individual when I worked at the shelter are very special to me, because I'm supporting somebody at their potentially at their worst part of their life right now. And for me to give them a bit of insight and a bit of hope and a bit of prayers to help support them and get them better by repeating to them, I'm here for you. And our staff are the same way. We're here for you. We understand. To sit there to somebody that needs to speak, that can't share the way we share with each other, let others know that what's bothering them or what they went through, their trials and tribulations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And you can't, like I say, you can't cookie cutter a program or an experience that somebody had that you got somebody sober. So say for example, you and myself, we go to treatment, right?
Yeah.
And the way we connect with each other in Siksika, only we understand as a people how to take a joke from us, or just to share general knowledge within our with our elders, and how we know how the community is.
Yeah.
Okay, so this gentleman came from the Alberta recovery.
Oh yeah.
Coach, like they're Alberta recovery coaches in Canada. They're not in Canada, in Alberta.
Yeah.
So they come every Wednesday, and they brought this 12-step book to me in front of me, dropped it on my desk, and said, "I want you to learn this. And, we're going to start teaching your people this." And I slowly pushed the book aside, and I said, "Giga, just wait. Before you put that in front of me, I'm not going to read that until you work for the government, right?" And those guys said, "Yeah, we do." I said, "When you come to Siksika, no disrespect to you, but we don't learn this way. The only way you're going to capture somebody from here is if you sit with them and understand where they come from, who their family is, who they are, what they need, and have an understanding where they're coming from. You have to sit and understand, like, that's what I've learned with our brothers and our sisters here, the relations here.
Yeah.
You're not going to walk up to somebody and say, "Oh, let's go to treatment today. I'll take all 10 of you guys. Let's go," when you go into town.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You have to find what ignites a person in their heart and in their mind and in the way they show themselves to you. I've made so many beautiful and close friends.
Yeah, definitely.
And I can speak for all my staff and everybody, all my colleagues.
Yeah.
You don't tell somebody how to get better.
Yeah.
You give them the tools. You show them, well, this is what you could do.
Yeah.
You can't say, "Oh, I want you to sober up." You ask them, "When are you going to sober up? When are you going to join us and sober up?
Yeah.
Be a part of us. Help us help other people."
Yeah.
That's how you capture somebody. You got to really put it in them and say, make them believe that they could get better.
Yeah, definitely.
By just showing them, "I believe in you."
Yeah.
If you fall off, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You try the next day.
Yeah.
Try the next day. That's where it comes, and that's where the strength of our people have to rely on, especially with our Blackfoot way of life, the way we live, the way we talk to each other. the way we respect one another.
Yeah, definitely.
We have to ignite that sense of pride of where we come from.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know this, and everybody, we're unique in itself as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Blackfoot people. The Sittapi, the real
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I didn't know all this growing up in Calgary. So I'm a direct descendant from the intergenerational trauma, everything that I'm suffering that too. I never got the privilege to learn the language. Only one person in my family spoke the language
Yeah,
fully, spoke it and understood it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm sure my grandmother and her siblings understood it. They went to the Sundance in the 50s.
Yeah,
They seen the original Sundance. They seen it. You know, and I don't have anything against religion or churches or any groups, but that's not who we are as Siksika.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know, that doesn't determine, like, we're all from Siksika, and this is to be the real people. Our way of life it's in our blood.
Yeah,
It's in the way we talk to each other. It's in the way the elders teach us, oral stories.
yeah,
The sky, we're really connected to the sky. I'm really, you know, and to meet the people here and finally start understanding how we can help them and where we could support them in a way, you know, to treat them with dignity, with pride, and get that sense of belonging back into their heart.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
huge, you know, and
Yeah,
all the people I've met there, I hold them honestly as brothers and sisters there.
yeah, yeah,
So when somebody walks in that door and I know them, or if I don't know them, I'm still treating them the same way,
yeah.
with kindness.
Which is,
You know,
yeah, yeah. That's like,
show love. You know, show respect.
yeah, yeah,
Show humbleness to just sit there and listen.
Yeah.
Give them an ear to listen.
yeah, yeah. I like that. It's like you kind of start talking about the motivation to do things and to do things in a certain way that it's very motivational. I find, and I like how you're talking about motivation because not only that, I think it will what you're talking about will help people on the reserve who are lost. And I know like some people will just turn to drinking, right? Once they start going through something that's hard, right? They'll start turning to drinking, and maybe because they hear this, you know, I hope that you'll be able to reach more people, you know what I mean? And I think also too, saying, having the motivation to do something, not only just, you know, with drinking, you know, having to stop drinking, you know, having the motivation to get up every day and go to work, you know, having the motivation to want to be who you are too. And like, I think the more people hear about what you're doing, I think you'll get more people in there wanting to do stuff. And I really like that motivation because that's I find that's being what Blackfoots are in a sense, because like Blackfoots never give up, right? They never, no matter how hard it gets.
You can't defeat a warrior.
Yeah, definitely.
That's bred to be the best we can be.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you can't be the best you can be, then you certainly damn try your best, you know.
Yeah.
Try hard, and that's exactly what our elders say.
Yeah, that's how I find it's really helpful, and I find that it's really truly helping, and it's doing something. And also too, the way the culture is, you know, I think people really underestimate our culture. And I think that's what I would also like to say to anybody who's listening out there, you know, just try hard, you know what I mean? Try hard, keep going, you know. I like what you said, you know, well, you fell off today, you know, okay, well, tomorrow, apinakos, ikakimat, we'll try again. Yeah. Well, light a smudge, you know, learn how to pray, learn how to do all these things, keep trying, push yourself, don't ever give up, because I think I like that. I always think about it prevalently. Our ancestors, right? Always at the end of the day, no matter how hard it got, even some of our elders today, like even elders on the reserve, or like Mark Wolflake, Maggie Blackkettle, at the end of the day, they were so strong and so at peace with themselves. No matter what happened during the day, they would always end off with a prayer. They would always end
Definitely.
off. They would always pray no matter what happened. That's how strong they were. And I aspire to be like that,
Mhm.
and I aspire to be like some of the elders, even our own. We have grandparents, my grandpa, just other people, anybody that comes to mind, I find that's very good. But yeah, we're already at our third segment. So that was the end of our third segment. 104.7, come back and we're going to give you just a tiny bit more. So come back.
The Nation Station.
We are back with the fourth and last segment with Sit Down with Nin'na with Trevor Owlchild, Gay Shipistokus. We are here. And, now that we've covered all what's your work and your job, and we've gotten into all this other stuff, with addictions and stuff, we could actually move on to a little bit lighter things. Give me, not only me, but like give the people, who you are. I know you like hockey. I know you're into powwows.
Yes.
What kind of stuff are you into? Because I know you're into that powwow life and that hockey life.
So yeah, a bit about so on my spare time I coach the U11 boys.
Yeah.
Myself and Kyle Running Rabbit were the coaches for the team. We're actually heading up to treaties and provincials with the team this year.
Yeah.
My son plays on the team, so I kind of never thought I'd be coaching again, but I've enjoyed it this year. I've made it pretty much dedicated to the team as well. I'm a first-time season ticket holder. Myself and my brother-in-law, Chance. We go to pretty much every game. I've seen a lot. It's fun. It's taking my son to hockey games, going with my wife Crystal, and it's been quite the season. I love the sport. I'm a huge Flames fan.
Yeah.
As well as my son. I see the passion and the love that he has for the game. It's something that I never forced on him. I wanted him to know, or if he was interested in whatever he wanted to be.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, one day, he seen me play hockey. I played with in the ranch land when I moved out here with the Buffaloes. Turned into the minors. We won a championship in 2012. I'm pretty sure that was the first championship in the ranch land. Awesome team that I played with those years. Some of my brothers, Duffy, Scalp Lock, and Corey Drew, and some of the boys at Robin Big Snake, and my late brother Nathan Leather, late Cassidy. We had a solid team back then. We were undefeated. But the biggest thing is, that's a big highlight in my life, especially when it comes to hockey and, playing with the Buffaloes again. Maybe one day I'll play again. I know everybody bugs me and says that I retired. But, yeah, like I said, I still have the want and drive to play the game. Actually, this year, we're going up to Edmonton to bring the 35 and over team.
Yeah.
To play in the provincials, native senior provincials. We actually went to the final last time we went before COVID. And, we went right to the final. We lost to Saddle Lake.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was quite the experience. It was fun, repping the Reds, being from Blackfoot country while still in our territory, technically speaking.
Oh, yeah.
So, just being there with us as older, the boys, and with our families, and just be there with each other and have the laughs and stuff we had before. It was always good, and I, especially I'll always love the game.
Yeah.
And then I always didn't dance powwow. I never danced powwow when I was a kid or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned basically when I was 16. My cousin Joseph Morissette came from Rocky Boy. When my grandma passed away, we met him, and boom, kind of got us into powwow. And I made an outfit that year, danced at the Indian Days. Well, I want to say the Siksika Nation Fair. But yeah, like I said, it's something that grew in me. I love a chicken dancer. I love powwow. Love the powwow scene. I can sing. I've been doing that since I was 16. I'm 39 now.
Yeah.
So roughly, 23 years, 24 years I've been doing it, and it's something I'm very passionate about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've traveled far. I think I went further in dancing powwow than I have in hockey. I actually was a part of the Calgary Stampede, the grandstand show. From there, I went to the Olympics in 2010. I danced on a stage, on a big stage in 2010. I was the only person from Siksika that was in that group of 300 dancers. I know there was other dancers there that were invited.
Yeah.
But they weren't a part of our program. They were part of a different program. They got paid. We didn't.
Yeah.
But we got N7. I was the first person on the reserve to receive N7 gear.
Yeah.
So I actually met the CEO that created N7 and the artist that did all the work.
That's crazy.
So I met and seen the first pair of shoes, and I own the first pair of shoes. I actually still have them.
Really?
Yeah, and I have some memorabilia from there. And I came back to introduce N7 to the reserve, and I didn't get I'm not looking for recognition or anything, but I brought it to some individuals, and they just kind of looked at it and said, "Oh, that's nice." But now it's out here. Now N7's here, and I'm glad that they're out doing the stuff for the youth, and
yeah.
Like I said, I was proud of that. I went to Nova Scotia. I danced at some big conferences went to California. I performed at the National National Indigenous Museum in New York.
Oh,
New
really?
York City, New York. Yeah, performed all around there. I went to Los Angeles, performed in Malibu, all these different schools all over. So I got to do a lot of traveling with Red Thunder. That's the dance troupe I dance with. Potentially I'll be going to New Zealand this October to perform and dance with my family and with my adopted mother, Aroha Crowchild, and my sisters, Ihine, Natai, Nita, and Maya, Tiamarangi, and their children. And I'm excited for that, man.
Yeah,
That's something
definitely.
I've always wanted to go down there. So it's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah. Also too, you said you traveled around powwows. I mean, you said you were doing shows with powwows and stuff.
Yeah.
Has there been just because I'm a little curious, has there been times where you just kind of won all of a sudden and you kind of needed money? Because that happened to me a few times. Armin told me a story, but I always hearing people's kind of almost like a comeback story. Do you
So yeah, we went to BC to a powwow in Mount Currie, and I think I only went with $100. I went with the boys, and I knew there was a chicken dance special there.
Yeah.
And I knew the category was there. And so, show up to the powwow. Some 3-4 really maybe solid chicken dancers I know from Alberta. Won't say names. But here I thought these guys were going to win. And I just said, I'm just going to dance. I wasn't really into contests. I'm not really a contest guy. I just love dancing. That's my passion. I love dancing powwow. So anyways, the contest come. I was nervous. I always getting ready. So the song started, gave her. All of a sudden, they gave us 2 songs, and I think there was 15 of us out there. I got picked top 5. I was like, I'm in there. I got a chance to win money. So, anyways, go in there and top 3. Then the top 2.
Yeah.
Then I slowly kind of looked around, and I was the only one dancing on the floor. And, the arena went crazy, and they're like, all right, all the way from Siksika, Trevor Owlchild, you won the special. So I won 1,500,
Yeah.
a championship jacket, and then I won the contest. I won 1,200 for that.
Yeah.
And we won in the singing contest. So we won 1,000 each.
Really?
So I walked away from that powwow with at least $3,500 in my pocket. Going there was $100 in my pocket.
That's crazy.
And another time we went to Siksika,
Yeah.
and I think I had like $120 too. Same thing, eh? Gee, there were some real good chicken dancers out there. And,
Yeah.
you know, I went with Young Blackwood Crossing at the time, and late Billy Scout was there with us, and but the thing was, we were just there to sing, and all of us, we didn't have much money. Eh? Gee, we were just kind of like, we'll just eat once a day, and then we'll be all right. Eh? So, anyways, go out there. There's a chicken dance special. I didn't even know they were hosting a special there. So I danced in it, and I picked top 5, and here I got picked top 5 again. They each gave us a gift each when we first started, so we got a gift.
Yeah.
Then they said, okay, we're going to do a dance-off between 5 of you guys. So I said, okay, all right. Gee, it's pretty nervous because some of those guys are pretty wicked, eh? Those grass dancers. The one guy there was the one I know, Brian Waskowitz. He's a pretty popular fella in that area, hey?
Yeah.
So I went against him, and all of a sudden, same thing. I was the last one dancing on the floor, and all right, the winner, $2,000. I won a star blanket, $2,000,
Yeah.
and a little tiny shop vac vacuum cleaner that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I won that, and same thing. The boys, I just told the boys keep the day money because they, for the drumming, we weren't in the contest. We just kind of showed up to. I've won in Morley 3 times back to back.
Yeah.
The Golden Leaf Classic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was 3 years in a row. They had 2 specials.
Oh, really?
One special per powwow. So I won a special in each year, and I won a championship 3 times back to back to back.
That's crazy.
So yeah, and I didn't think I'd ever get good at it, eh? So, but that's something I really cherish a lot in my life, and I'll give thanks to my cousin, and much respect and love to all the people that have ever showed me the things I've learned in my life.
Yeah.
And I just, like I said, I do have a social media. Follow me on my YouTube.
Oh yeah.
CP Stokus. You'll see the wherever the link will be. Check out some of the videos. I make some funny videos, and have a good day. Chia.
But yeah, that's all the time we have, and thank you for sharing your social medias, and mine will be right here too. It'll be kind of like right here, and his. I'll put them in there.
Yeah.
But that was Sit Down with Nin'na, episode 4. Oh, that was segment 4, but this is basically season 2, episode 1. But peace out. 104.7 CFXX.
The Nation Station.
The Nation Station. All right.